I'm here with Jasmin Elalfy. She is the owner and creator of NJ Elite Group right here in Asbury Park. And she's also my partner in Jersey Shore REI. We go way back. So Jasmin, how are you? How are you doing today?
I'm great. Yeah, excited to be here. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Well, Jasmin, this was a no-brainer. When I'm starting a podcast or anything that I'm doing, I have a winning formula, and that usually is just calling you and asking if you're free to join me.
It worked out.
And it worked out the first time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like Seth MacFarlane, where like something that makes sense, I'm just going to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And let's go all the way back from when we first met. You were at your old brokerage. I started my career at Keller Williams Shore Properties. I'm still there now. I'm a broker now, but back then we were just two agents in Holiday City and Toms River, Berkeley Township, technically, the mailing address and everything like that. And we met at an open house and we talked about bigger pockets and how we were both listening to it. It's like we spoke the same language. And I didn't know then, but that was probably one of the most important bump into anybody that in my adult life. You know, found out we have a lot more in common. We started Jersey Shore REI together down at Battle River Brewing. Then your career kind of took a turn not too long later, and you opened up your own brokerage. So my first question to you is, you were a single mom, you created this new brokerage. How did you handle it all?
Yeah, it was very difficult in the beginning, navigating everything, having the imposter syndrome, which I know we all have, right?
Yes.
I had no clue what I was doing. I kind of just did it and figured it out as I went, figured out all the compliance things that I had to do with the state of New Jersey and NJDOBI, and I just got it done. It was a really hard couple months, but I was able to power through it. Yeah, being a single mom, it is very difficult, juggling home life and work life, but my daughter is involved with a lot of my work.
Yeah, Farrah's awesome.
She knows a lot about real estate.
Yeah, and she just like it's almost amazing how a young kid can be so exposed to so many good lessons that I wish I was a young kid and I was around there. I was always around the retail stores and, you know, helping my father at the convenience stores and gas stations. So I knew a lot about that, but you know, one thing that I felt like I missed out on was this real estate conversation, how powerful real estate is. And she has a front row seat to a rock star in you that she sees her. My mom is killing it in the real estate game. So overall, you are somebody who has a lot of different interests when it comes to real estate. You're doing commercial, you're doing investing, but the NJ Elite Group started as an investor-focused brokerage. What are some of the things that you guys do that make you investor focused?
Yeah. So we still are investment friendly, and that's always what I've wanted to do. I love working with investors. They're all about the numbers, which I'm about. No emotion, which kind of works for me.
Yeah, no, emotions can get tough when it comes to investing.
Exactly, it's hard. Yeah. So anyway, that's why I wanted to make it investor based. I'm pretty good at finding off market deals. I'm pretty good at analyzing deals using spreadsheets, making sure my clients don't lose any money. So we do focus on that still. The commercial division I opened up because naturally our investors grew out of these single family investments, which is a good thing because that means we did our job and they were ready to buy commercial. And so I knew I didn't want to be a jack of all trades. I didn't want to learn commercial because I'm already at my max capacity. So I hired somebody that was better than me and still is better than me. Her name is Esther. She's running the commercial division at the moment and we're working on a couple of deals right now. Actually, we just had our launch party about a month ago and I think they have like 4 or 5 deals under contract right now.
That's amazing. That's amazing because commercial things don't move as fast when it comes to commercial.
No, they don't.
And that was always been a big challenge for me, becoming more commercial based for myself, is that, you know, residential, it moves at a certain speed, and especially nowadays with how crazy the market is, and you're seeing it, I'm seeing it. If it's a well-priced home, even if it's an investment property that has good upside, you're going to have everyone and their mother there.
Yeah.
So navigating that market is really tough, and it's very fast-paced. But on the commercial side, what I'm saying is that things take a lot longer.
Yes, a lot slower, which I don't have the patience for.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
tough.
ADD, and so I'm always
Same
like,
here.
go. I'd rather do a high volume, lower sales price, which is like my market, right? I'm selling houses that need full renovations. I was just at 2 houses earlier that both need at least 150K reno. That's my thing. That's my forte, and I know I want to stick with it. I don't want to be a jack of all trades ever. So, and I think that's probably the key to success is hiring somebody that is better than you to do what you need to do.
So I wanted to get a little deeper into your career and what really drives you to do like, because like I look at what you do with something, you're doing short-term rentals outside of New Jersey, you're running a brokerage, you have a background in property management. How do you like handle it all? That's what I want to know. Like, how do you handle it all? How do you actually run your day to day? Because it can seem pretty chaotic.
So I do have a team, and that
Okay.
is how I'm able to do as much volume as I'm doing. I have a transaction coordinator who saves me hours out of my week by taking over my transactions after I get them under contract. I have administrative assistants, and I have agents on my team. So if I can't make it to a showing or something like that, then they would be able to cover me, and vice versa, right? So we have a group chat that we all kind of talk in and figure out who wants to cover who. But what keeps me going, honestly, is just helping investors be able to get one step closer to being financially free, and helping sellers get out of, really distressed financial situations and coming back and crying to me saying, this was amazing. This was like, you saved my house, my life. My family can have a new start. I'm ready for the next chapter in my life. So that's what makes me feel really good inside, honestly. So that's what like kind of charges my battery.
That's awesome. I mean, and your brokerage started with how many people?
So we started off, I want to say like 5 or 6 people. We were very small. We're about 26 people now, which is still considered small, but we want to keep it small.
It's a huge jump from having 5 people to 26. I'm sure you've grown a lot. What are some of the biggest lessons that you've actually learned from running your own brokerage, from going from pretty much out on your own? Now you're the boss. You're the person whose license is at risk. How have you grown in those days? And what words of advice you might have for somebody who wants to do something similar?
Honestly, I would say, don't get shiny object syndrome, because that came up so many times in my career. And, hey, you can pay $1,000 a month and get this many leads. Or, oh, why don't you try getting into short-term rentals or something like that? I say just know what your goal is, stay laser focused, and don't keep getting distracted, because every time we got distracted, it took us 2 steps back, and then we had to work extra hard to move forward. So that is one of them. Also, foster your relationships. Honestly, most of our leads, everything we get, it's from our wholesale partners, other agents, sellers that we've dealt with, buyers. So lots of referral business. We don't really need to pay Google or anything like that to advertise anymore.
That's probably the biggest farce, I believe, is in our business, is that you have to pay for leads.
That's probably the worst thing you can do at this point.
Especially when you're not profitable.
Exactly.
A lot of agents feel pressured that they need to do a certain amount of volume, or they need to pay. There's just some secret sauce to get there, and all you have to do is pay for it. I mean, we started Jersey Shore REI because I believe both of us were tired of people being sold, that there's a certain system, a course, or whatever, and that's why Jersey Shore REI has survived so long, and I believe is why we have a shared vision here.
And we provide value.
Yes.
That's another, key thing that I also implement in my brokerage, just like JSREI. If you put providing value up front rather than like making money or spending money to get leads, then that's what's going to make you successful, So I always provide value, So like for wholesalers, we'll go ahead and we'll do free analysis on properties for them. We'll go to listing appointments with them. We'll do comps for them. We pretty much do a lot. And in return, we don't ask for any money, right? But we get referrals from them. So
and you're leading with value, and you're serving. You're being a servant leader, and that's something that I feel like one of the reasons why we've been able to run Jersey Shore REI for about 7 or 8 years now. I don't know how, it's probably been like closer to 8 years now. And we were very young when we started it, and we're still relatively really young. How old were you when we started Jersey Shore REI?
I don't remember my age, but it was a while ago.
And
I did have imposter syndrome at that time too.
Yeah.
I was helping a lot of investors invest in real estate, but I think maybe I only bought like one house. So I was like, I feel like I don't belong here. But then again, it did turn into something that, we inspired so many people.
Yep.
And there were a lot of relationships that came out of that event that are still,
to this day.
Joe, right?
Yeah, Joe.
So many different people.
Yeah. We had Joe. I mean, I just came back from the Asbury Park meetup that was inspired partly because of us too. And that was one of the first people that actually came out to Jersey Shore REI, and V. and his wife. Now they have Asbury Park meetup. We have a meetup at Skinny Flowers that has been partly inspired by us.
I think we were like one of the first ones near the Jersey Shore to pop up, and then all of a sudden a lot of other places popped up, which is nice. You know, it's really nice to have an outlet and community, people to talk to, places to find deals and stuff. So it's good.
And this is what we know is going to drive keeping the Jersey Shore, because we are two people with the immigrant lifestyle. You know, you come from an Egyptian background, I'm guessing? Yeah. I come from an Indian background. But there's just the beauty of the American dream. Honestly, we had two immigrants, first generation, young 20. We were in our early 20s.
I was definitely in my 20s.
Yeah, we were in early 20s, and we didn't look like everyone else, and we didn't. But it didn't matter. We stuck to it. I didn't think of it twice. hey, we're two non-white people, running a real estate meetup in the middle of Tom's River, which is predominantly, white. But who cares?
Yeah,
we didn't let that stop us, and we didn't stop for a second. And now we run the most successful meetup in the area. Yeah, our longevity has said it. The results, multiple businesses have come out of our meetup, and it's all started with an idea and connecting over Bigger Pockets podcast. And I think that's beautiful. And I think that it's time to announce that we have even more things coming to the front. Do you want to take the lead in announcing
definitely. Yeah, so we are expanding Jersey Shore REI. Instead of only being in Toms River / Ocean County, we are planning on opening up another division in Monmouth County, which I'm really excited about.
Awesome.
So with that, Angad and I are splitting up, where Angad is staying in Toms River, and I'll be running the one in Monmouth County. However, we do have another co-host, Joe Guy-Mollix.
Joe Guy-Mollix is going to be a part of the film.
Insurance.
Yep.
So he will be assisting in Ocean County, and I'm sure I can probably steal him sometimes.
Yes, you can. I'll allow him to. I'm sure. Yeah. No, we actually work his schedule. So if anyone wants to get in touch with Joe, reach out to Jasmin and I. We'll make sure you get in touch. I'm just joking. But Joe is going to be a great addition to the leadership. We're growing really fast, and there's a lot of exciting things happening here. So I'm excited to see what you do in Monmouth County. I will be a avid supporter, and I will be there for you. I think every space I'm in Monmouth County as well now too. So can't wait to see what you do with it.
Yeah, definitely a lot going on in Monmouth County.
Of course, everyone knows about Netflix. We may not know about the Topgolf they're opening up in Neptune. So there's a lot of big brands coming here and a lot of big money. And we want to make sure that we're giving a quality event out here. And what better to guide you? Who better to guide you than people who've lived here their entire lives and understand and truly know the real estate market in different angles. You bring something different to the table. I bring something different to the table. But between us, we've run over 100 events. We know how to reach investors, and we've gotten a lot of value that we've given to people. And it's not just about us, and it will never be just about us. But what kind of different things can they expect in the Monmouth County Jersey Shore REI chapter?
Yeah. So I think the Monmouth County meetup is definitely going to be similar to the JSREI in Ocean County, but we do plan on making it a little bit more niche. So more experienced investors, people that might be looking for partners or capital, or already have experience raising capital, people that are interested in doing larger jobs like multifamily, 10 units and up, etc. Developers, that kind of thing. So that's what we're aiming for. So stay tuned. We'll definitely be sending out some invites. Yeah. That's
awesome. Yeah. I mean, Monmouth County is where a lot of the money is going to go to. I mean, Ocean County is going to get a lot of it as well. But we want to make sure we're giving you guys an experience that you're not going to get anywhere else. And I think we've proven it, that we have long staying power. We've been running our meetup for over 7 years now. And people keep coming back because I believe that we do lead with value. The meetup in Toms River will never have a charge. We may make some changes in Monmouth County to make sure that we're providing a great experience for people. We're going to leave that up to Jasmin and how she wants to run it. But overall, we have a long history of serving investors. We have a huge database. So if you're a person that wants to actually grow in their investing and just wants to know more about real estate investing, make it a little less scary, no frills, come to us. We'll point you in the right direction. We have our Facebook page. We have our Instagram. We're doing this podcast. We're going to be reaching out to you guys and make sure that you guys are getting the value. You don't have to pay for leads. That's the biggest trap in the book. Not all wholesalers are created equal. some of these ARVs that we talk about. I'm like, where are they getting these ARVs?
Yeah, definitely be wary, right? But once you find a good, honest wholesaler, then definitely keep them close.
Yeah,
for sure.
So like you have
Yeah.
a much different perspective when it comes to wholesaling. I wanted to kind of ask you, where are you at with wholesaling? Is it still a big part of your business? Do you work with how many wholesalers do you usually work with? Do you work with everybody? Like, what criteria do you have when you work with a wholesaler?
So first off, we make sure that they have a contract on the property, or if they need pre-contract help, that they will give us exclusive right to disposition the property for them. We do make sure that we only work with people that are honest and open with the sellers and not hiding, the fact that they're wholesaling. We make sure that they are able to actually purchase the property if it does fall through, because they do have a contract with the seller, which goes back to their integrity, right? So if we do a deal with a wholesaler and they don't have integrity for that deal, then we would stop advertising deals with them, because it's our reputation on the line. Currently, we are working with a ton of wholesalers, honestly. I can't even count. But once again, like what we do is we'll go to appointments with them. We will list novation deals on the MLS for them. We'll do comps, and then a lot of times if it doesn't work out off market, cash, the seller might want to list, we'll get the referral.
Yeah,
So.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's a great system. And how do you see the market moving for you? The last couple of weeks, it's been, we're in the middle of a spring market, but, interest rates are a little fluctuating with the conflicts overseas. What are you seeing out there?
I'm still busy. I
Yeah,
feel that
same here, man.
now is the time for investors to buy properties, because they can flip and sell before, the fall or the winter comes. So yeah, there are lots of deals going, lots of off-market deals. That's like our main space, A lot of my listings that weren't selling over the winter, they're now selling. So
Okay.
it's busy. It's a spring market at the Jersey Shore, so.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So do you have any advice for anyone who wants to get into the business, or you want to tell any stories about any recent transactions to kind of show like how crazy it is being in, you're right in the middle of Asbury Park. So you're right in the thick of a lot of development. Anything that you kind of want to put out there?
My advice would be stop worrying about where the money is going to come from. If you're a realtor or if you're an investor, right? It's always money, money, money. I feel like if you put money at the forefront of your problems, it will be a problem.
Yes.
But if you just don't worry about the money and just work hard, the money is going to come, right?
Yep.
So as an investor, work hard, find a deal, then go pitch it to another investor that you could partner with, or there's hard money all over now. It's so easy to get hard money.
You could, just like realtors, like you could throw a rock.
throw a
and you
rock,
could,
exactly.
You could
I was
hit a hard
literally
money
thinking
lender
the
or
same
a private
thing.
money lender, depending on who you ask. Like some people are like, oh, or I'm not a hard money, I'm a private money because there's, and I'm like, oh, my bad, my bad,
Yeah.
didn't mean to insult you. So I mean, there's a lot of options out there that it reminds me of the trinity that I got from Bigger Pockets. It's like hustle.
Yes.
You need to have hustle. You need to have money, and you need to have knowledge. If you have knowledge and hustle, you can find money.
Exactly.
And
It's true.
you only need two of the three. If you're someone young out there, we always market to younger investors, but we teach all types of investors. But if you're a younger investor and you're like, I'm not going to find enough money, houses in Jersey are way too expensive. But if you have knowledge and you have the hustle,
Exactly.
an
Yep.
older person or somebody who doesn't want to do those other two things, they will give you money. And if you can find great deals, there are always ways to make money off of it, whether it's a sweat equity, getting a percentage of the deal when it's finished, or if you're a realtor, getting the listing when it's done. There's tons of ways to make money in real estate without having capital yourself.
Exactly.
And that's something that we really preach at Jersey Shore REI, and one of the reasons why I feel like we're always going to have a great relationship, because we really preach on it's for everybody.
Everybody that wants it bad enough.
It's for everybody, but
Yeah.
it's not for everybody, if you know what I mean there.
It is stressful. There's
yeah.
a lot of hiccups. There's a lot of setbacks.
Yep.
And in any business, it's an investment, so there is always risk to lose.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's
And
not all like happy,
It's not all sunshine and rainbows all
Flowers.
the time.
Yeah,
It's not always
exactly.
like, all right, I cashed out a deal, there's nothing. But, something that I talked to about Bart, too, another mutual friends of ours, is the chase can really destroy you if you let it.
Yeah.
So this is a business where, we're in a business that's 100% commission when it comes to the sales side. Real estate is a way to get some residual income if you have investment properties. But when you're first starting out, especially if you're just a realtor or broker, it's 100% commission. So if you don't sell, you don't eat.
Yep.
And that can be very stressful. So I would always recommend if somebody wants to jump into real estate investing, if whether you're just an investor or if you're an investor agent, make sure you have some reserves, other income, and you're not putting,
Especially in the beginning, for
yeah,
sure.
you're not quitting a sure thing without having a plan.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
it does work out, but
Yeah.
does it take years off your life? Yes.
Yeah,
Also,
it was
yes.
very stressful, and
Yeah.
but it did put a fire under my butt, to be
Yeah.
honest. So yeah.
And another thing that I'm noticing right from you too, which is I'd love to see, is that you're getting yourself really healthy and you're balancing everything. Is like, how has real estate given you the ability to take care of yourself now that you're out of
Yeah,
government?
100%. So it's nice to be able to work the hours you want to work, right? Put your own schedule together. Go to the gym. I work out of my gym most of the time, so
And where
it's
you go
easy.
to the gym, you go to Lifetime?
Yeah, Lifetime,
That's
right in
awesome.
Red Bank. So it's easy because they have the workspace. I can
Yep.
literally hop out of a class and go straight to my laptop to be on a Zoom with a seller. Also, I think COVID helped a lot because
Yeah.
now it is normal to have a Zoom with a client, whereas maybe
Yeah.
before COVID, that was not, accepted. If anything, actually, most of my clients do prefer to meet online before they meet me in person. So that saves all of us a lot of time and
Yeah.
driving, an hour away, et cetera. But yeah, definitely doing my own schedule, building my
Yep.
team. So now instead of, working the 60 to 80 hours I used to work, I'm working like a normal like 40 now because I have my team members to help.
Yeah.
And so I do have more time to take care of myself. So
Health is wealth, everybody.
For sure.
And I think we both can share in that. I'm running a few half marathons coming up, and I've really taken my health into factor. But that's the beauty of all the work we put in the front end, though. It didn't happen overnight. What I feel like for both our careers, we put a lot of work in the foundation, just like a great
Yes.
house. A
Yes.
lot of work in the foundation, having multiple lead sources, different ways to attack the business because no one could have predicted the COVID market. Nobody. But the fact of the matter is that we survived it, we thrived in it, and now we've learned so much, like being able to have Zooms with people, being able to handle our customers better, where we can actually grow from it.
For
And
sure.
now
Yeah,
we've
I
reached to
agree.
another level where we're helping people get to that level. And I feel like we're truly blessed as this group, but we're going to go right into what we're looking for or what we have within the next week or so, So
Okay.
I'm going to ask you, and then
Okay.
you can ask me,
All
and then
right,
we can be done
definitely.
for the day.
Sure.
Unless there's anything else that you wanted to talk about.
no, all good.
Okay, so Jasmin, I know that you have a lot of things going on, but what would you say is what you're really looking for in a client as in a seller, a buyer? Like, what are you looking for? What kind of properties are you looking for the most right now?
So it's funny you ask because I recently just looked through my whole track record of my investing career, and I was calculating the ROI, which, believe it or not, I never did in real
Yeah.
life, right? Like, this is stuff you hear on, like, I don't know, like on HGTV and stuff where they have the numbers and the ROI, it's hard to get that true ROI. But I did find that I had the most success with ranches and capes. And so that is
Okay.
what I'm focused on. If anybody has like little ranches, anything that needs to be renovated and flipped, definitely give me a call. That's my forte. I've done so many of them and they're so easy. They're like 1 or 2 month flips and they're usually very profitable. And if anybody wants to ever partner on any deals, I do pass on a lot of deals because of not having enough capital or having my capital deployed elsewhere. So if anybody would like to partner, I'm more than happy to either do like a private kind of cash situation for lending on the deal or a true partnership. So.
And
yeah.
how can they reach you if they wanted to contact you?
Yeah, I mean, if you just Google me, just Jasmin Elalfy, I'm sure I'm the only one in the U.S. But other than that, my Instagram is Jasmin Elalfy Broker.
Awesome.
So,
And then what areas are you predominantly looking in?
honestly, I would do anywhere in New Jersey.
Okay,
Just
so anywhere in New Jersey,
I'm-
they know how to contact you.
I'm selling a ranch in Collingswood right now. I just sold one in Bernardsville. So like complete opposite ends. I don't care. I will buy it.
That's awesome. That's
So,
awesome. So you know how to reach her. You know what she's looking for. If you are somebody who wants to partner with her or you have a house for her, we can offer you a free consultation and just hit us up and we'll make sure we get back to you. Thank you.
So on God, so where you're at right now, what are you looking for the most in clients and properties for the next couple weeks?
So right now, I'm really interested in getting industrial, retail, and other office, possibly in Monmouth County, in Monmouth and Ocean County. I have a lot of clients that are looking there, really turning more into the commercial side. Not that I don't love my residential side as well. I'm always looking to partner and fund deals as well. But I'm really wanting to help develop the areas around where the Netflix studio is. And there's a lot of investors out there that are looking for deals. So if you're somebody that owns property, maybe you have some family property, anyone who's looking to help develop the areas around the Netflix studio, you can get great value, and you're not selling to private equity. You're selling to real people that want to keep the Jersey Shore the Jersey Shore. So I'm looking for people who are wanting to partner. If you have capital, if you have opportunities, if you want to partner with Jasmin and myself, looking for properties that are going to have a huge value add because of the Netflix studio coming in. I recently moved here to right around the Netflix studio for this opportunity, and I'm looking forward to becoming more of an authority of the commercial property around here. So
it's a good idea.
No, it's a great opportunity, but it's a limited time opportunity because a lot of people see the opportunity around here, and not everyone has the best intentions for New Jersey, and that's something that we're going to have to deal with. But it's a lot easier if we can help each other out. So I'm here to create win-win situations. Jasmin and I is another example of that. We run completely different businesses, but we can work together. And that's an example of what we can do outside of this studio as well. All over Jersey, if we work together, we can keep New Jersey the great state that we live in, and we can provide solutions. We're here to help first, and then we're here to do deals second. And that's something that we both share. So if you're an investor that's looking to learn the game, or if you're somebody who wants to really get into the real estate investing around here, call us up. We'll be here for you. But me personally, give me all the commercial property that you don't want or you have no idea what to do with, and we can help you.